Keep distance from people who love to criticize and boast. Do not rashly evaluate or judge others without putting yourself in their position. Never slander or blame someone before you put yourself in their shoes. A person who slanders kills 3 people, not only themselves, but also the listener and the party involved. Unlike a weapon that cannot harm others unless it gets close, slander can harm even those who are far away, making it that much more undesirable. Boasting may signal a lack of humility and empathy. People who constantly boast about themselves may be more interested in appearing superior than in building genuine relationships. If you come home feeling unpleasant after meeting someone, it's a signal that you're not compatible with them. It means that they are the person you should cut ties with. Keep distance from friends who only talk about themselves. You might consider them as a friend, but they are merely using you as a tool to vent their emotions. The fact that humans have 1 mouth and 2 ears means we should listen twice as much as we speak. Avoid those who only talk about themselves and don't listen to you. The true friend is the one who supports you when you're having a hard time. When things are going well, there are usually many people around you. A true friend is one who stands by and believes in you when you're weak and have nothing. Always keep this saying in mind: do not look down on those who are currently weak. Help those who are weak and in need 100 times over. However, be wary of those with bad reputation. Keep your distance from those who turn their backs on you when you're having a tough time. Avoid those who can't empathize with their friends' situations. Even if they have been friends since childhood, some might turn their backs on a friend in need. No matter how close you are, avoid getting too close to such a friend. It's not about how long you've been friends. There are plenty of good people, even if you haven't known them for long. As we age, we need to be wise in our relationships. Some people ridicule those who are currently weak. In life, there are times when things go well and times when they don't. If you belittle and ignore someone when their life isn't going well, you will receive the same treatment when your life isn't going well. Keep your distance from those who take pleasure in the pain of others. Delighting in the misconduct of others is worse and more insidious than the misconduct itself. You should not revel in the pain and misfortune of others. Consider these people as your friends. When you are in pain, they are the ones laughing inside. Keep your distance from those who are obstinate. If you are friends with the wise, you will naturally become wise. But if you are friends with the foolish, you will definitely be harmed. You should avoid those who insist that only they are right. These people ignore the opinions of others and do not listen. Being obstinate in clear situations is foolish. Dealing with excessively stubborn people drains your energy. Understand that people do not change easily, and distance yourself from those who do not recognize their faults and attempt to change. Keep your distance from people who lack gratitude. The response to kindness should always start with gratitude. However, as the saying goes, if kindness is repeated, people think it's their right. There are people who mistake continuous good deeds for their natural right. If they believe it's their rightful due because they have habitually received it, that's a serious problem. These people are highly selfish. Thus, when someone does good for them, they lack gratitude. Keep your distance from noisy chatterers. Some people pretend to know a little bit of knowledge and simply babble loudly. An empty barrel makes no sound when shaken. nor does it make a sound when it is full. The empty barrel that makes noise only contains a little bit of something. Both people who know nothing and those who know a lot do not speak much, but those who know a little always talk noisily. In addition, avoid people who often complain. There are people who find fault in everything. Regardless of their wealth, these individuals are never satisfied with what they have. Being around those who always complain can inadvertently turn you into a negative person as well. You should seek out those who display an attitude of learning and respect towards the people they meet. It's perfectly fine to be friends with poor people. However, it's not advisable to befriend those who are impoverished in thought. People have a tendency to judge based on outward appearances. But the most important factor is their thinking. People can see their nails growing, but they often fail to notice the growth of their own greed. They may notice if their hair is tangled, but they often overlook twisted thoughts in their own mind. Avoid close relationships with people who can't express their feelings. Being able to openly say thank you when you're grateful and sorry when you're wrong is the basis of a healthy relationship. Simply feeling grateful in your heart is not an expression of gratitude. It's human nature not to forget what's in one's heart. Stay away from people who don't express gratitude, and make sure to express your own gratitude to others. Avoid people who are often jealous. Stay away from those who are constantly engulfed in feelings of inferiority and torment others around them. Cut ties with those who easily become jealous due to their own feelings of inadequacy and try to bring others down. Staying close to such people will result in tremendous emotional and energy exhaustion. It's best to stay away from them. If it's hard to cut ties, at least keep your distance. Stay away from people who use others. Do not stay close to those who aim to exploit others. Some people view those they grow close to as easy targets. In life, you'll encounter many who seek to use you. There's no need to lower yourself to appease them. Cowardly and base individuals are weak to the strong and strong to the weak. This is because many people believe that if you're kind to them, they can take advantage of you. Keep your distance from anyone who criticizes and uses others for their own gain. Avoid those who overly regret the past. It takes only a moment to change from happiness to unhappiness, but it takes a long time to change from unhappiness to happiness. Some people spend a lot of time regretting the past and the years they have spent stuck in it. Those who are immersed in the already past are the most foolish. Blame the person if you were deceived by them once, but if you were deceived by the same person twice, blame yourself. A person who cannot keep silence is like a house with a door that never closes. Jealousy has 1,000 eyes, but none of them see correctly. When doing good, consider both the difficulties it may cause and the happiness it will bring. When doing evil, consider both the temporary pleasure it provides and the potential unhappiness it could cause. See the small wrongs you have committed against others as large, and see the large wrongs others have committed against you as small. Even if your friend is as sweet as honey to you, you must not consume it all. A wise person speaks of what they have seen, while a fool speaks of what they have heard. Just as a fish gets caught by its mouth, so too do people. Charity given under the compulsion of others holds only half the value of charity given willingly. Actions speak louder than words. It is harder to deceive oneself than to deceive others. Don't try to create an ocean in an instant. Winners say yes or no definitively, while losers say yes or no ambiguously. There's a big difference between a person who feels shame in front of others and one who feels shame in front of themselves. Winners live for the process, while losers live for the outcome. Selling to someone who needs it is not a trade. True trade is selling what you don't have to those who don't need it. Those who spit into the well will surely have to drink from it one day. Control yourself, and you will control the world. The past paves the way for the future. Just because someone is happy today doesn't mean they'll be happy tomorrow. Those who have never failed have never tried anything new. Failing from a trial is not a sin. The only real sin is not trying at all. If the situation doesn't improve, wait. If you don't, it will get worse. Patience is half the way to knowledge. Only those who endure all things dare all things. If you boldly move towards your dreams and strive to live the life you imagined, you'll encounter unexpected success in ordinary times. We still obsess over connections, but in the end, these connections are determined by what we can give. Affection born out of impure motives dies when those motives disappear. It's better to lend money or items than to just give them away. If you simply give, the receiver must be beneath the giver. But if you lend and borrow, you can deal with each other as equals. Who is a sage? The one who learns from everyone. The person who can learn something from everyone they meet is the wisest in the world. Cats and mice do not quarrel when they are eating the same prey. The best medicine to improve memory is admiration. Wine tastes like fresh grapes when it is new, but as it ages, it tastes better. Wisdom is the same, deepening with time. Humans are sustained by three things: knowledge, wealth, and good deeds. Not everyone becomes an adult. Some simply age as children. If your friend has vegetables, provide them with meat. Don't rely solely on luck, you must also exert your will. Those who work on finding their own flaws do not seek others' flaws, and those who only find others' flaws cannot find their own. Winners see the sun above the clouds, while losers see the rain inside the clouds.